Building your brave career isn't always about leaping, insisting, disrupting. Sometimes it means staying with intention. Use this moment to calm your nervous system, build your skills and inner strength, enhance your financial safety, and deepen your real life, your hobbies, and your interests, and the most important relationships. Building your brave career is sometimes about bravery in the meantime. Welcome to the Build Your Brave Career podcast for women in tech. I'm Nicole Trick-Steinbach, your host. I'm also a fellow woman in tech and a proven and certified coach. I have over 20 years of experience and I've worked in over 25 countries. Right now, most women in tech are in a career phase that isn't quite what they expected. I mean, sure, some of my clients and some fellow women in tech are moving abroad, accepting promotions, or lowering their stress by working fewer hours, traveling less, taking on less emotional labor. Yes, that is true. What is also true is that most of my clients and many women in tech are in a career phase that kind of sucks. They've been laid off with no warning, passed over for a deserved and sometimes even promised promotion, or they're stuck working with people they don't respect on products that aren't quality at companies that don't seem to care. They're watching executives and shareholders and investors take far more than they could ever create. Because here's a brave truth. It's rough out there for a lot of women in tech. Quite frankly, for a lot of everyone. And maybe that's you. And if it is, keep listening. By the end of this episode, you'll have a few ways to build the skill of bravery in your meantime, even if you're in a job that kind of sucks. Right now, you may be feeling ignored, stressed, lost, angry, stuck. You may feel held down by bad management and tough, real economic realities, but you're still showing up for work. Maybe you're biting back your sarcasm, your boredom, maybe even your hope. You're watching the cost of everything rise: food, clothing, housing, schooling, everything. It feels threatening. You're saving, but it never feels like enough. And you know that guy who does less and does it still earning more than you. You want to grow, be bold, create your next career phase, but you've also survived 3 layoffs in 2 years. Your friends are struggling. Your mentors are struggling. You look around and it feels like just about everyone is struggling. You keep wondering, what's right for me right now? Is there anywhere safe anymore? In the tech industry, we often celebrate the bravery of quitting, founding, leaping, reinventing. We talk about moving fast and breaking things. But sometimes the bravest thing, the best next thing, is choosing to stay. Choosing to stay at a job that kind of sucks because it gives you the stability you need this month and the next. It helps you rest, build skills, activate your network, deepen your personal relationships. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And you can use this phase. You can use this phase to be your phase of bravery in the meantime, crafting the foundation you need for that next clear leap. That might be exactly the type of bravery you need right now. Now, before I go any further, I want to be really clear. The rest of this episode is not for you or anyone if you are in a truly unsafe environment. If you're being abused, bullied, harassed, or just frankly not paid, these tips are not for your situation. You need to protect yourself and you need to seek support. What I'm about to share is for women in tech who are stressed, overworked, underpaid, and trying to stay afloat and craft a future in a very tough season. Today, we're talking about how choosing bravery in the meantime can support your next career and life phase. None of what I'm about to say will help a toxic or abusive situation. If work feels draining and it's impacting your life, this is your time to focus on bravery in the meantime. It's about making conscious choices to build the habits and the skills you need for lowering your stress, for managing your time better. For most of you, that means working less and setting yourself up in the future for greater income because you have expanded your sense of self. You've made yourself more valuable on the market. These are tiny habits that remind you of who you are, what you want, and why you matter. This might mean staying quieter in meetings, doing the minimum necessary for success in your role. Pay attention to what I just said. You're still going to meet success for your role. You're going to achieve, not going to overachieve. You're not going to extremely achieve. You're going to achieve and do the minimum necessary for achievement in your role. Maybe this means you're going to be asking fewer questions and listening even more carefully to what is not being said. You're going to be tracking your time more consciously. You're going to be showing up on time with an attitude of your choice. And you're also going to be leaving on time in the attitude of your choice. One of my clients who's in an unhelpful boss situation has chosen her quiet, tiny habit is creating sticky notes and placing them around her apartment. These sticky notes translated into English say, "You are an expert. This is a phase. I believe in me." She's using these little habits, these little mindset choices as a reminder to keep learning her skills. She's an expert. Even if she has an unhelpful boss, she can still gain and deepen skills, building her network. This is a phase. It's a phase in her career. The next phase is coming because she's creating it, because she believes in herself. Remember her quote, "I believe in me." So she's going to events, expanding her network, and she picked up her favorite hobby again. Another client, to give you another example, is currently working with 3 colleagues who consistently drop the ball and then, even worse, lie about it. Yes, she's keeping a running track of all the times that she saves their butt and all of the lies that they've made. However, what she's focusing on is her phone background is a thank you message from a long-term customer. Every single time she unlocks her phone, she remembers who she's really working for, her craft, her standards, and her future. Right now, she needs to work in this environment with this healthcare because she has a child with a disability. But in a few years, she's going to be going out on her own. She's building the reputation and the skills and the network to set herself up for that success. She's choosing bravery in the meantime. You too, if you are in this type of situation, you need to find your own quiet way to build your bravery while you bravely stay. Pick up a hobby you loved as a kid to build your energy and your personal relationship and your belief in yourself. Learn to play the piano again, like one of my clients, or join a hiking group or volunteer locally. Listen, regardless of the phase you're in, keep it simple. I love to say I read fast and I run slow. I volunteer my time and my heart. And right now, I'm so privileged. So I'm donating more money than I ever have to feed my neighbors. When you invest time in the parts of your life while you're building these tiny little habits, these quiet moments of bravery in the meantime, you are strengthening your internal safety net. You're sending yourself a persistent, quiet, and powerful message. My worth isn't defined by this job. This is a phase. Let's be clear. Bravely staying for this phase does not equal settling. Nope. Especially if you're choosing to build your bravery in the meantime to set yourself up for that next foundation. This is your time to invest in you. You got to build your safety, your savings, your reputation, your skills, and your self-understanding. What does that mean? You got to practice boundaries, my friend. Practice setting clear goals and working towards them. Take that online course, learn a new skill, deepen an existing strength. Now is your time to get into therapy. You're going to acknowledge, clarify, heal those past traumas that are keeping you stuck, that are holding you back, that are not helpful for who you are today. This might also be your time to invest in coaching, to get even more skilled at that interpersonal, strategic approach to your career and your success. Let me give you an example of what this can look like. One of my clients spent 3 years in therapy. Incredible. I'm so proud of her. Around a year and a half of therapy is when we started working together. And for a wide variety of reasons, she is building her bravery right now in the meantime. She's also using this time to learn how to write and present conference pitches. And now she's not only writing and crafting and presenting conference pitches, she's also building the skill of presenting without relying on highly technical slides. These are critical skills for her next brave career goal, even while she stays at a company that is currently making, let's call them creative decisions. Each small step, the certification, a side project, a financial cushion, more rest and free time, sets you up for your next phase. Each brave action makes you a little more free right now, and it makes you a lot more free in the midterm. This is how you build bravery quietly, intentionally, powerfully. That is why bravery in the meantime might be the right path for you. If this sounds like the right path and you know you need support from a proven coach, a fellow woman in tech, reach out to me. It's November 2025. I have about 2 slots each month for a 3-hour one-on-one career intensive. In that time, we will design your short-term career strategy and action plan. I also currently have 1 spot for an 8-week coaching package to craft and implement your career transition, including stressing a lot less, working with better intention, and setting yourself up for sustained success. If you're interested, please reach out to me for all the details. My email is nicole@tricksteinbach.com. It's in the show notes, or check out my website. In closing, if you are currently in a phase that sucks, that isn't lighting you up, that's actually weighing you down, and you're choosing to stay, know this: you're not weak. You're wise. You're intentional. You're building. You're creating the stability that will one day give you the freedom to make your bold move on your terms. If you're using this time, that day is much closer than you currently believe. So for the next month, I want you to ask yourself every single day, how am I using this phase to build my next phase? And then do that. Maybe it's saying no to another project. Maybe it's calling a mentor or a friend. Maybe it's a lunchtime walk, a new class, or reaching out to a coach. If none of that feels right now, volunteer, give to your community, get out into the real world, and remember what matters. Building your brave career isn't about this moment or this rocky phase. It's about you. Wonderfully, gloriously, fabulously, uniquely you. So go build your brave. Until next time.